Extra important and unique information. Truths only I know. Class Swan asked about the image with dark spots in the sky. Here is my answer, with some additional information. These may be UFOs that are visible and surrounded by a force field 3 times larger than their actual form. Up close, when moving slowly within a few hundred meters, their brown force field can be completely transparent. From a longer distance, viewed from the side, it appears dark and opaque. I have seen this phenomenon several times, though it may not be visible to everyone. UFOs often follow KLF paths that I have identified and seem to adjust their direction as needed at KLF intersections. They use D-force and KP force, coordination force, consisting of 3 smaller and 3 larger surrounding energy fields. Their journeys to Earth take place through these forces, and their bases, approximately 10,000, are anchored in mountain heights, lakes, and oceans. They can enter mountains through a form of rematerialization. They leave Earth via a different D-force, which I have named DP force. It contains 2 different dual forces and 2 larger force systems. Natural connections to these forces. Canada geese and swans use a certain type of D-force during their migrations. I am the only person on Earth who has been able to map this since 2001 without needing any visible reference points. This is the greatest and most important scientific work ever conducted. Despite this, 3 major scientific fields and all media are so controlled that they cannot acknowledge anything beyond what they have been taught, even when it is incorrect. I have been told directly by them that questioning these structures would mean the end of their careers. My work includes approximately 2,000 documents, primarily diagrams and mappings of dimensional forces. They clearly demonstrate how D-forces and DP forces function, as well as how KLF paths are used by animals, such as during autumn migrations. KLF intersections act as centers where these forces converge. Wildebeest migrations follow KLF paths, where the soil and grass are particularly mineral-rich. Old pilgrimage routes, as well as some of the earliest roads, arose from animal trails that followed KLF paths. Remnants of such roads still exist today. Many burial mounds and ancient sites have been placed in KLF intersections, adapting to the D-forces. Earth's frequency and the future paths. Just as D-forces affect the Earth's structure, they also influence phenomena such as landslides and sinkholes. Approximately 95% of these events occur in areas where these forces are present. There are vast amounts of easily accessible fresh water, even in deserts, at specific locations I have identified. This amounts to 98% more fresh water than science currently acknowledges, beyond all known surface and groundwater sources. I have fully explained how this works. We live in an unsustainable world that requires a massive change. This transformation will happen, and some of it will impact us through cosmic forces. Meeting Class Swan in scientific denial, Class Swan commented on my research, asking for hard facts, witnesses, and radar data. I responded that when something new and true is presented, one must adapt to it. My work is 0% guesses, hypotheses, or theories. It is pure fact. Yet, more than 99% of science and media refuse to acknowledge it, as they are controlled to suppress humanity's higher development. Had the world followed the right path since 2001, we would now have free energy, the end of wars, and a true understanding of the world. If Earth's frequency had risen above 50%, we would have gained a shield against manipulation and destructive forces. The higher workplace we call paradise would have been accessible. UFO bases and universal forces. There are about 10,000 UFO bases. The gray and dark groups have had a significant impact, especially in the Bermuda Triangle, where 2 of the largest bases are located. The light beings use magnetic shields, which I would rather call frequency shields. The grays cannot handle truth frequencies above 50 on a scale of 0 to 100. If we raised our own and Earth's frequency above 50%, a global protective force against manipulation would emerge. This would also open a path to paradise and grant us greater assistance from higher forces, including creation itself. This change is necessary. Extraterrestrial civilizations have saved us several times, especially in 1995, when Earth's frequency would have otherwise dropped to 0, which would mean the end of all life. Without frequency, there is no existence.